If you're starting the day being bitter about another actor who's got an opportunity, you're just fucking your whole life up. Welcome everybody to episode 37 of WatchRoss, the one where I am applying sunscreen, because in 36 I got burnt like a bastard. Here he is, in his shorts. How are you doing, mate?
Hi, G.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Have you got a drink?
Yeah, I'm not getting you one.
Oh no, I was going to go upstairs to Social 7.
They'll let me bring a costume.
Well, they will, but they'll let you bring it, but they'll hate you,
They'll tell me to put it in
and they'll say, I can ask them if they can put it in a cup, so it looks.
Oh, it's hot.
It's very hot.
Yeah, we need a cup. Let's put it in a cup.
Can you believe he's going to go to another place in Media City with a Costa and get to put it in one of their cups, so he bought it from them. That's how I like to see people roll. Let's go and see if we can make it happen.
Let's go.
Right, Petch, Social 7. In Social 7. It's a beautiful place in Media City. You've seen it on the vlog many times before. Shout out to the boys and girls who work here. Mark, the manager, for letting us use this place. If you're in Media City, come and get involved. I want to introduce you to a great mate of mine, top actor, actually just all-round performer, triple threat maybe, entrepreneur, very proactive in the industry, Mr. Matt Hall. Matt, welcome to the vlog.
Thanks for having me, Ross. Pleasure to be here.
Excellent. That's the cheesy start over with. There might be some people watching this who are a bit like, what is Ross? Is he a vlogger? Is he an actor? Is he a voiceover artist? Is he an entrepreneur, business owner? He runs this website, all these kind of things. And some people will be like, if you want to just act, you should go all in on that. And I'm like, why the frigging hell can't you actually be all of those things? Life is very rich. I think you can. You're pretty similar. You do a lot of things. Just tell people a few of those and how you are, no pun intended, ruling the world.
Very good, that, Ross. I mean, yeah, I completely agree. I think I sort of grew up thinking if you want to be an actor, you've got to absolutely go all in. And I understand, obviously, the value in that. I think times are changing, and the days of, looking at the Daniel Day-Lewises that are so serious and very mysterious, I think it's all well and good, and he's very good at what he does. But like you say, there's a lot more to life, and I think the more you can be doing and experiencing, then I believe that only makes you a better actor for it in the long run. But yeah, so that's kind of where my take on that is. Basically, I kind of grew up, all I wanted to do was act, did a little bit of singing and dancing, started having a little bit of success in my acting career, some really amazing TV jobs, which was incredible. And then I found myself in the world's #1 Take That tribute band.
There's one that you've tweeted about, Gary, that you thought they were good. Rule the World.
I'm Gary.
Actually sounds like you. Does that you? Did you have a Robbie previously?
We've got a Robbie tribute. We do actually work with him a little bit, but he's very good in his own right, and he doesn't want us.
Very good, these boys.
That's the Rule the World bit.
I freaking love it, right? It's called Rule the World. Is Mark Owen. Just tell us how this came about and how you ended up actually not just being in the band, but owning the band.
Okay, so I auditioned just as another job, the chance to be working every single week, touring the country, earning money. At the time, I was working at Nando's. Big shout out to Nando's; it's a great place. But it was just that I wanted to be performing. Got the job. Obviously I shaved the beard. I have to go with that every weekend, which I hate. But yeah, got the job. Loved it. The only thing was the manager kind of forced us to stay kind of well, kind of stop having any other opportunities. He said, if you want to be in the band, you need to be 100% committed. You don't do acting auditions. And we were actually like quite intimidated by him, all of us in the band. So we stuck that out for a little bit. Long story short, we kind of enough was enough. We were lucky to get picked up by some theatre producers. They put a big show together around us with band, dancers, and we did a 3-year theatre tour. Year 3, bums weren't on seats. It was not as successful as it started. So we was about to get dropped, and I basically said to the boys, look, I'll put all my life savings together. Let's buy some speakers. I'll get us a van. Let's keep doing what we do, and let's just, rule the world. Let's do it. Why not?
I freaking love it. Basically, down on your luck, you went, right, sod it, boys. Let's just take the control back into our own hands. I think that's a brave move. There'll be a lot of people out there, maybe in a similar situation, maybe feeling restricted, and that they could actually, go out on a limb on their own and create their own business, or create their own show, etc., etc. What do you think it was that pushed you? Enabled you to jump effectively? You're putting your life savings into a project. How did you get over that fear?
I was very lucky because I've got very supportive parents, and obviously not everyone's guaranteed that. But I think for me, I've always had an eye on being the best I can be and being better than my current situation. So, I always told myself I'd probably only be in the Take That tribute band a year or 2 tops, and then it's about finding the next role, not getting complacent. But as things changed and then it moved up a level, we were doing theatre tour. And then as we were moving away from that, I thought, well, there's a chance of an actual business here. The boys are amazing at what they do. They're very loyal. So then that's maybe a side income if I can sort of set this up and get it off the ground. So I just sort of, I've always just sort of had that confidence of let's keep moving forward, and if things don't work out, the worst that'll happen is you'll learn from them. You might lose money, you might have some difficult times, but it's not the end of the world. You can always earn money another way. So I just kind of kept that belief really and just kept pushing forward.
Yeah. And also just remember, you're going to die. It doesn't really matter whether you put your life savings into something, just don't worry too much. So that's the band. But obviously, you're still very, very passionate, and your primary objective is to make it in the acting industry. Let's not forget about that. I just found out you went to the same school as Petch, and you actually had the same drama school teacher as Petch. Well, not drama school teacher, the same drama teacher at school.
Unbelievable. Big shout out Mr. Mackay at Whitcliffe Mount School. He's amazing. He was a massive influence for me at school. Turns out he was for Petch, and here we are today, sharing the room, sharing a brew. Amazing.
The school has since closed down and been knocked down since these 2 boys left because they destroyed it. But we won't talk about that. So you're still powering along with your acting career whilst being subsidised with a passion, which is Rule the World, the Take That tribute act. You're putting on a play. Petch is putting on a play. He's actually putting it on. You're just in a play someone else is putting on. Not to take away from that, there's still a lot of challenges, and it's an amazing thing to do. He's told us his challenges of putting on the play for the Greater Manchester Fringe. Tell us about the challenges you're facing being in a play for the Greater Manchester Fringe and how you're overcoming those.
To be honest, I'm just having an amazing time, and the reason being we've got an absolutely incredible team. Danny has wrote the play, Danny Clifford. It's the first play he's ever wrote. He's playing the lead role, and he's also producing it. So, I'm seeing firsthand, the real challenges he has. But the best thing for him and for all of us is that it's a strong team. We've got Sue Jenkins directing it, the Sue Jenkins of Brookside fame and Coronation Street. And she's amazing, and she kind of steers the ship, keeps us all together. But yeah, it's there's always a challenge in every new job. But I just see it as an opportunity to do what I love, meet new people, learn from it, and we're just having so much fun. It's a tough play. It's called From Heaven to Hell. It's a fictional story, but based around the lives of people in the First World War. Leading up to the Battle of the Somme. What's really interesting is Danny's chose to make it very much equally about the women left at home and not just the soldiers on the front line. So that's kind of a little bit of its own unique thing, I think, to kind of give them a little bit more of insight. But it's brilliant. It's on as part of the Fringe. It's in the Footlights Theatre, which is next door at Media City. And we're on the 9th and 14th of July. So we'd love it if you can come. Tickets from £10. Yeah, that's the play.
the 9th, that means that's actually going out today as this vlog goes out, Monday the 9th, and then Saturday the 14th then, yeah? Yeah, amazing. So definitely go and support Matt, please. If they want to get you on social media, I'll put them on the screen, but what are your handles?
Is this for the player? I think it's at Heaven to Hell Play.
Let's just do yours as well.
At Matthew L. Hall. And we got Rule the World, at Rule the World Act. Is that the ones you wanted? Yeah.
There you go. Matthew L. Hall and Rule the World Act. Yeah. Boom. So yeah, do follow those. And let's just finish then. Let's wrap up with one piece of advice. Oh, this is really difficult. We did this actually, Paige, didn't we, a couple of weeks ago on the vlog. We were looking at a book called If I Could Tell You Just One Thing, and by a guy called Richard Reed. He was a co-founder of Innocent Drinks, and he went out and interviewed all his famous mates, like super rich, powerful, successful people, and said, if you could tell me just one thing, one piece of advice, what would that be? Because obviously you could give hundreds of pieces of advice. What one piece of advice would you give to anyone watching the vlog who wanted to rule the world, Matt?
Not cheesy at all, this, Ross. I would say just do it. Like, the worst that happens is you learn. And I think if you really do want to do anything, there's nothing stopping you. There might be obstacles, there might be challenges, but go out there, face them, and you're going to come out stronger. And if you fail, you fail. So what? And I think that's the biggest thing I'm learning in life, and that's the attitude I'm trying to take forward with everything I do. So that's really, I think, the best thing to do. Just do it. Ignore the fear and go. Just do it.
Ignore the Fear and Go by Matt L. Hall, out fall 2018. You should write a book about that. Fantastic, Matt. Thank you for being here. Like I said, just wanted to get Matt on. Hopefully you found this, this inspiring. Do hit him up on social media. If you're in the area and you're in a Take That like show, I'll come and watch, Matt.
We're doing our 10-year theatre tour. We're doing some really big theatres that are like 1,000+ seaters. That's going to be September, October. All the dates are on the website. But we're actually going to be doing the first kind of trial show in Manchester at a much more intimate venue, which is 53-2, which is an amazing venue. It only has 300 tickets, and I believe we've sold over 200 already. It's 27th of September, but the idea is we're bringing the big-scale 1,000-seater production to a much smaller venue. So we've got backing dancers, live musicians, confetti cannons, the lot, pyros, everything.
And if you're very lucky, give me a couple of vodka Red Bulls, I will be Robbie Williams. Deal? It's gone very quiet. Petch, let's go find some other people who want to rule the world. Right, Matt, it's been a pleasure. Where are you parked over there? Yeah. In a big multi-story.
I'm off to go to World War I for a bit.
Oh yeah, of course. Heaven and hell.
Yeah.
Are you off to heaven or are you off to hell?
Bit of both.
A little bit of both. I think we are as well.
Enjoy.
Legend. Right, Petch, we've got to go this way. Matt, do it. Stood in front of the main studios. Come on, Jack, it's got to be around here somewhere. Basically, I want to involve more people who watch the vlog. On the vlog, is this Jack? This is Jack. Yes, he's here. There we go. It's going. I don't know where he is. How's it going, man?
Thank you
very good to see you. It's all right, mate. Pleasure.
Thank you so much. How are you?
Very, very well. We just had a little chat up there on.
Where's your offices then?
Well,
Magic House.
Oh, where are the offices? We don't have offices, Jack. We're just vagabonds. Our office is wherever we lay our hats.
This is Petch.
This is Petch. Have you ever seen Petch?
You talk about him all the time, and it's like, who is the guy behind the camera?
Oh, this is amazing. I forget this. I'm like, Petch, you're a celebrity, man. Like, people love it. So we just sat inside for ages. Let's sit outside. I put sun cream on because I got burnt bad on the last vlog. So I'm like, let's
no worries. Listen,
sit in the sunshine. What do you want to drink? Right, just before we talk to Jack, right, just bumped into Steve Connolly, one of Urmston's finest, in Costa. you want to just tell people towards this mic here what happened to you this week based on what we did in episode 33 of WatchRoss?
Absolutely. So I went into the world famous Poundland on Friday last week, and I bought the DVD, the Blu-ray of Rise of the Foot Soldier Part 2.
Yep, for £1.
For £1. On Sunday, somebody bought it off me for £5.
On eBay?
On eBay.
Thus, £4 profit. If he'd have done that 10 times, that's £40 for not a lot of work. So don't tell me flipping shit doesn't work. Get back to episode 33, watch it, and take some action. Cheers, Steve.
All right, Ross.
Yes. Go get rich.
Well.
Put this brightness right up.
Yeah, it's high as possible. You can still see a little bit. Kelly Valentine Henry, very, very well up casting director, said something that was really interesting to me. She said, we're looking for a reason not to bring you in.
That's good.
And a lot of people are like, they don't think of it like that. They try and put everything they can on their show reel to show like every single like angle of their performance. I can do this, I can do that, I can do that, I can do that. And what they end up doing by doing that, unfortunately, is they put stuff on that inevitably is weaker than other material, and it'll talk a casting director out of seeing you, particularly if it's up first. So you've got 4 scenes on there, 2 of them are quality. They could go, you know what, and they're not the first ones up either, right? Ironically, the first 2 scenes are probably the 2 weakest scenes on there, I think. Just my opinion.
No, you're right.
Just being really honest with you, though.
You'll know,
Not always right, though. Don't just take anything I say as absolutely it. But the last 2 scenes they probably won't see because they probably switched off by then.
Yeah, you're right.
So, and if they had seen the first 2 scenes first, they would go, Jack's very good. He's been involved with some good productions, and then if they saw the last 2 scenes, that could be the thing that is the reason for not to see you. Remember, every part of your life affects every part of your life. So like, literally everything from like, so the reason I go to the gym every morning is because not because I fucking love working out, because I don't, right? Sometimes it's a ball ache and I hate it.
I remember that podcast.
Yeah, you got to when you shower.
That's it.
And I know that when I'm in that shower and I've got out, I feel fucking great, right? And that then affects the way that I start my day, which affects how I speak to people, which affects how they react to me, which affects the opportunities that I get. And it goes round and round and round and round and round. So if you're starting the day being bitter about another actor who's got an opportunity, you're just fucking your whole life up.
Basically,
like everything, and then you get snappy, and you snap at your girlfriend, and you fuck your relationship up, and you know, every part of your life affects every part of your life. So you've just got to.
It's like a knock-on effect.
I did a book club last night. You should watch the replay. I'll upload it to the site later on. Called "The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck" by Mark Manson, and it talks just about the fact that like there is really so few things in life you should that are fuck-worthy in terms of like people give too many fucks about things that don't matter, and one of those major things is what other people are going to think of them. And since I've operated from a place for the last sort of 2 or 3, particularly the last 3 years, where I've let go of all of that kind of like anxiousness of, oh, what are people going to think if I put this out online, or I'm seen as this, or I launch this program or course, or I do a vlog. I mean, people be like, what, this guy is getting somebody to follow him around with a camera, what a dick.
No.
I don't give a fuck what people think, because my intention with this is pure, right? It's for good. So yeah, don't be as apologetic.
Yeah, you're right.
Just kind of like realise that, you know what, as long as you're showing up positively, people will just think what they want to think, and it's absolutely down to them. And if they don't like it or they do like it, it's out of your control. You just focus on the fact that you're, gonna show up and do good. So, interesting chat with Jack. Jack's an actor, obviously reached out to me on Instagram, just DM'd me, and I will give you guys like as much time as I can. If you DM me, I'll always reply. If I can, I'll bring you on the vlog. If you want to come and hang out in Media City on a beautiful day like this, and buy me and Petra coffee. That is the only rule. You buy the coffee if you come hang out. I'm more than happy to give you advice on any part of your life, career, like life. Not like I'm a life guru, but anything you think I can help you with, more than happy to help you with. Just get in touch, and we'll try and sort it out. Oh, wait a minute, Petch. Is that the time? That's the countdown to my kitchen. Good to me. I mean, God, there's a lot. It's utilising the space a lot better. One advantage of doing kitchens is you can't have a bad kitchen, obviously.
I did.
Did you? That's wicked, though, isn't it? Yeah. Love it. Yeah, 100%. So there you go. Rob's just designed me an awesome kitchen. Is he going to get the job? We'll probably see in next week's vlog. Talking of jobs, Petch, shall we see how Hop's getting on? Sean the Hopwood, my business partner, he's a born entrepreneur, and about 4 weeks ago, Petch, he decided he was going to have a little dabble in the corporate world, okay, taking on a corporate project for a big company. He's had very mixed reactions to this. He went in with a lot of enthusiasm, and some weeks, if you've been watching the vlog, the guy has described his job as like being in prison, and I think he's losing the will to live. Rather than just an audio update this week, he has at least, Petch, sent us a video update. Let's watch.
So here we are, another day in prison.
Another day in prison.
Rush hour now, the joys of this. Do you know what? Doing it a bit of a misservice there. I've said a few things over the last couple of weeks and I've meant them. Definitely meant them. But I'm having a good week this week. A few new things have happened. A bit more understanding of it. And maybe I'm starting to adapt to it. I'm not.
No, he's not.
I'm getting into a routine more, which I can see light. I can see the light again, and that's the important thing. Is I'm sticking this out for a purpose. I'm learning new things, but I can actually see the end game already now.
He just wants out, doesn't he? Let's be honest.
Productivity levels are going up in all areas.
I'll give him that. He's being productive.
Health and fitness, whether that's my entrepreneurial endeavours that I've got. All of the things are coming together, and I tell you what, I'm learning new skills, actually working in this sort of corporate environment. The main thing, one of the main things I wanted to do was, because I've had multiple businesses over the years.
Come on, Hop, spit it out. Oh, and now our brother's decided he's going to ring me. Let's just decline that, carry on with the Hop.
I'm starting to realise what they've been missing. So the purpose of me taking on this project and doing it is actually coming together now. So I'm actually really excited today. Feeling good. I hope you have an amazing opportunity. I think the theme's been around ruling the world and things like that.
Yes, it has.
Watch out, because Hop is about to come and rule the world. Have an amazing day.
Right, so going back to the theme of ruling the world that we were talking about with Matt before, Petch, do you think Hop, based on that video, is ruling the world or being ruled by the world?
Being ruled by the world.
Petch is saying you're being ruled by the world, Hop. I think it's a mixed bag for me. I'll give him his due. I think he's better on camera now. I think, you know what, I think actually, since he's been a bit pissed off about work, he's been way more fun on camera, hasn't he? He's been like having a right rant. So he's got better on camera for doing this corporate job. And also, do you know what he opened last night, Petch, without even any of my help, because I think he's so desperate to get out of this and get back into the entrepreneurial world, he opened an Etsy store. I won't give you the address of that yet or tell you what he's selling. He can do that himself next week, when he better freaking be back on the vlog in person. Hop, if you're watching this, don't give us any bullshit excuse next week. Traffic, working late, you're being here, all right? One person who is here, because he's just actually texting me right now, who isn't crying off because of traffic, is an awesome guy I want you to meet. A lot of you watching this probably know him already, and this is where I want to end the vlog, Petch, with, yes, the part I like to call Balcony Brews. Petch, what are you doing here already? Somehow he always just gets ahead of us. That's Petch. He's always one step ahead of the game. So yes, it is that time of the vlog again. It's time for Balcony Brews. It's incredibly hot. It's the first Balcony Brews where we've both had to wear sunglasses. Chris Stone, welcome.
Hello, Ross. How are you?
I'm incredible. Well, I am now. I've got sunscreen on. Last vlog, I didn't wear sunscreen. Got absolutely burnt like a beep.
Lobster.
Like a lobster. Do you tan?
No, I just go red like a lobster.
I'll just go red like a lobster. But you know what? We don't need to be tanned, Chris, to rule the world. That's kind of in the loose theme of today's vlog. So that's what I want to talk to you about, okay? Ruling the world. You are ruling the world. You're the probably, well, not even probably. I say that all the time, that probably. I don't even mean it. He's not probably. He's literally the best showreel producer in the UK. Isn't that right?
Oh, okay. I'll take that.
Bum bum. I'll take that. Rule the world. Freaking love that. That was like it was planned. Yeah. Definitely wasn't. What are actors doing, Chris? You work with actors every single day, practically, shooting scenes. You were shooting scenes with people this morning. What are actors doing in the industry to rule the world right now?
Well, there's three key things that actors are standing out and, you know, right up there. First of all, the three things. Okay, the first of all, being visible. You know, you can be the best actor in the world,
That's be visible, not be invisible.
Yeah.
Being visible.
Yeah, being visible. Invisible. No, being visible. So, you can be the best actor in the whole world, but if nobody knows you exist, then what's the point? So getting out there on social media, on Twitter, on Instagram, just making yourself known. Not being afraid to email. So many actors are afraid to just email or phone people. Just get in touch. There's nothing to fear. I mean, I'm not plugging you your course that you do. Bulletproof Actor. It teaches you. We've had so many actors recently that have been saying it's been really good, and getting them out of their shell and actually actively emailing, calling, and getting in touch with people. So that's what you've basically got to do. Is be visible, not invisible. Be visible. Be seen. That would be the key thing, number one, to take away. The second thing is to be nice. It's just to be nice on set. Be pleasant. I would rather work with somebody that is pleasant to work with, who's middling sort of performance, not the greatest in the world, than somebody who's absolutely amazing but is a complete bleep. Yeah, I've bleeped myself there on set, because I know as a director I can bring their performance up, and they'd be lovely to work with. But if they're just a bleep, then I don't want to work with them again. I actually, a long time ago, we did a production, and we had a guy who was amazing. He was like Malcolm McDowell sort of level performance, but he was an absolute bleep to work with. All right, he was an absolute dick to work with on set, and we fired him after one day working with him. I mean, his performance was amazing, but it was unbearable. He made the producer cry, and it was horrible. Horrible person. I would never recommend him ever. So yeah, we ended up firing him and casting somebody else. So be nice. It's so important. You can do small things on set, like offer to carry bags. If you see the crew struggling, just offer to carry a bag. Offer to make a cup of tea on set for somebody. These small things go a long.
Offer to buy a brew.
Offer to buy a brew. Offer to buy a brew. And then the third thing is to be supportive. Yeah. So support other actors. Yeah. So get on Twitter, get on Instagram, and give compliments to other actors. If you see a showreel scene by another actor, leave a comment. Do you know what I mean? You're building up your network there, and you don't have to make it up. Find something. You can always find one nice thing to say. I like the way you said that, or great costumes, or something along those lines. But be supportive, and you'll make contacts. That's the key thing. Is just be supportive. So be visible, be nice, and be supportive. They're the key things to rule the world.
I freaking love it, Chris. Be visible, be nice. VNS.
Yeah, VNS.
VNS. Vanessa.
Vanessa.
Do you remember Vanessa?
Yeah,
Vanessa. Vanessa. Yeah, that's awesome. I particularly buy into the be supportive thing. Seriously, the law of reciprocity is incredibly powerful. That's ultimately where you are giving to others, celebrating other people's success, actually kind of like retweeting stuff for people, leaving comments on Instagram, and promoting, sharing on Facebook, social media. That's so powerful. The reason we met Jack a minute ago, and I gave him some time there, is because it's the right thing to do, but also he's been so supportive. He was DMing me way before he asked for a coffee and some advice. He was saying, mate, I watched your live broadcast tonight, I thought it was really great, I really liked the vlog this week, etc, etc. I just buy back into people who buy into me. That's the key there. So VNS, what's the one thing, very quickly, that you see actors doing that means that the world ends up ruling them, so those guys are losing?
Oh, being late and just letting the world rule them. And that, there's literally no excuse. Ego as well. Yeah. That was the one I was talking to you about before. But yeah, being late is one of them. But ego, their own ego and self-importance has... Oh my God, so many actors that I've seen have fallen under this, that they think they're better than they actually are, or using their own ego to put others down. It's just put your ego aside. The best, the way we do it in showreel scenes is it's the other person that makes you look good. So do your best to make the other person look good, and I think you're on to a winner there.
Yeah. Ego is the enemy. Drop it. people. Chris, thanks so much. We're going to have to get out of the sun if we both go like lobsters again. I think I know factor 30 on. What does it mean? Does that mean you can be in the sun for 30 minutes?
I'm not entirely sure. No idea.
Probably why we both get burnt. Yeah. I hope this has been useful to you. Like, get out there and rule the world yourselves. If we can do anything for you, then hit us up. Definitely check out ChrisStoneShowreels.com. Chris's social media, Chris Stone Showreels as well. Literally, I'm not just saying this to like, you know, it doesn't pay me to say this. Definitely the best showreel producer I've ever met. 100%. Go get some stuff shot by Chris if you need some showreel stuff shooting. But ultimately, yeah, heed that advice. Vanessa, visible, nice, supportive. And we'll support you. Let us know, like I say, if we can help you. Going to be back next week for episode 38. Can you believe we've been doing this for 38 weeks?
38. Wow, that's amazing.
Thanks, Chris. Sounds super amazed by that. Wow.
38. That's incredible, Ross. Wow. 38.
Excellent. That's better. I hope you're as enthusiastic as he is. Yeah, we'll see you for episode 38, where hopefully we'll have Hot back on. Frickin' hell, I hope he leaves the corporate world behind and gets back to his entrepreneurial roots. Don't know what's going to be happening, but whatever's going to happen we'll be ruling the world. Until next time, do you know the catchphrase?
No idea.
Bye for now.
Oh, bye for now.
In 3, 2, 1, Chris. Bye for now. Thank you so much for watching this episode. It really would mean the world to me if you would leave a comment telling me what you enjoyed and what you would like to see more of next time. If you want to catch more episodes, head over to facebook.com/WatchRoss or youtube.com/WatchRoss. Make sure you subscribe and turn your notifications on. I'll be back real soon. Bye for now. You don't know. That's the beautiful thing about this industry, is you just don't know when the phone's going to ring and when that job, and I've seen it happen so many times, when that job's going to come in that absolutely turns your life upside down. Yeah. And it could happen this afternoon. So you just need to focus on what you want.